MRecktv.
The streets don't love you.
Not at all.
By now, homie, you shoulda knew that.
Word.
Ain't no Nino Browns in this town. You a new jack.
I was in the beginning of a lot of guys' careers. I knew them before they blossomed.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, really with all of them. With 2 Chainz and Future. Who else? Dipset, of course. Because all us started, like Act Like It Entertainment started in, what, 98, 97-ish, 98. That was incorporated, that I incorporated the company. So we all started together, you know what I'm saying? And the peers before us was, of course, like I say, Rap A Lot, Tony Draper, Suave House, of course, Death Row, No Limit, Cash Money, Bad Boy, Rockefeller. Yeah, that's about, about right. I know I'm probably missing some others, but that made noise, you know what I'm saying? So, because there was a bunch of independents from that point, but none of them really went nowhere. And from that point, Violator wound up being one of the biggest management companies in the game. So,
Facts.
I was over there, which is where I ran across and met 50 Cent, G-Unit.
Wow,
because my office was to the right. As soon as you come through the door, I had producer management. So Missy, Bryce Wilson, Havoc, anybody that was signed to Violator, my office was when any artist that was signed to Violator, they'd come in my office. Me and John Monopoly, they'd come in our office for beats.
Wow.
So what me and John, what we would do is have artists, SC, No ID, Kanye, anybody that was from the shot that made beats, and we'll funnel the beats through the system.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? To where we was trying to do a Violator Midwest. So this Cash Money Midwest, Violator Midwest, Interscope Midwest, we always been independent in the Midwest, but the labels didn't want to break it up like that. You know what I'm saying? So we always was trying to do a Midwest version of anything. We was on our own bosses, but they didn't allow it to happen.
Gotcha. At one time, you was the co-CEO of Dipset?
Yeah, we had the conversation like, Cam, like, man, Joe, you hold us down, you running with us, so, I paid Jim to run the company, you and him can do it together. Since me and Jim running around, we focusing on doing Jim projects, because Jim wasn't trying to wait on the Def Jam situation or whatever other situations that Cam was going to bring him in with. So Alan Grunblatt and them over at E1 at Koch Jim was interested, and he wound up taking that deal. You know what I'm saying? So we were fly to Miami, rent the crib out and complete his album. You know what I'm saying?
So you was there while he was recording that album?
Yeah.
That's crazy. See, I didn't know all that.
So, because I was just fresh off the tour run with Game. You know what I'm saying? Game had just put out his first and second album. And when that was over with, the running around part was done, Jim like, man, Joe, man, you need to be over here with us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, I'm about a week or 2 off from running around doing what I'm doing with Game. Cool. And that's when the bond got locked, and we was running from that point. So we was doing like Nextel. We had Nextel deals on the table. Another like real first reality show type deal. So Jim had been in a position to do like reality TV stuff first, because we were supposed to do a deal where we was gonna get exotic cars and go to all these different cities to mansions, and it was gonna be exotic women barbecuing and all that, but that didn't happen. The Nextel thing didn't happen. So you know what I'm saying? I just didn't know if it was personally being sabotaged or what, because I'm bringing stuff to the table. I've always been an asset to whoever I'm around. I'm not around with my hand out, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the dumb muscle. I'm not no Doja, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to bring something to the table, and if I'm bringing situations to the table and then they declining it, it's personal, you know what I'm saying? Because you know that if I broker this deal, I'm going to eat. But if you turn it down, or if you acting like everything I'm bringing to the table is something you don't want to do, but I personally know you need it. You see what I'm saying? So how you ain't in a position to turn down nothing. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, that was that.
Oh, so that's where all went left.
Yeah,
That
everything went left from that point. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this ain't gonna work. You know, and like I said, you know, people say, oh, you bullying him. Like, I ain't bullying him. I'm looking at him like a little brother. You know, I just want him to change his thought process and his ways. You know what I'm saying? And then when the TV show did come out, even with him and Chrissy, now this your girlfriend, you laying with her, you love her. She come up with vamp life and Pat, you know, come up with everything for the clothing line, and you see it on national TV. He didn't want to give her credit. He didn't want to, and they fell out about that. So when I saw that, I said, perfect. Now somebody else finally see what
and the world did to see it.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, and she a woman, so she gonna get upset, storm off, and cry about the situation. Where I'm a guy, I'm gonna put hands on you. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna shake something up around here. I'm gonna make it uncomfortable for you. And that's how it went, you know what I'm saying?
Well, what was the breaking point in terms of you leaving that situation? Did it come Did it come to the point where you was like, look, I'm gonna step off because I'm gonna wind up putting hands on you, or it was a phone call?
Yeah, that's how it went. It exploded. Boom, like that.
It was a phone call, or it was in person?
No, in person. You know, it exploded right then and there. Like, you know, when I got back to Chicago, he was something about a court case or something evil. And when I got back to the Chi, our phones had got cut off. Our phones was off because, you know, me and him had the same phone and our last number was different. So I'm like, damn, I'm trying to come through the church. You know, shit ain't working. I'm like, what's going on? The phone off. So I hit Cam and I'm like, you heard from this nigga Jim? Because nigga, our phone's off. You know, and he's like, man, you know how that nigga is. I don't know. So I just looked at it like that, like, okay, cool. So from that point, I knew that it should have been an hour or 2 or 3 that went by that I didn't hear from you. You see what I'm saying? If you lost the phone, I knew you would have got another
Call me
one.
from another phone.
You know,
let me know the situation.
You know what I'm saying? So when just the time went by, I just got the picture. You see what I'm saying? Like, okay,
I get it.
You know, them beefs that you was in, I threw water on them. They over with. So it's like, you got what you needed out of me. Now let you go somewhere else. You see what I'm saying?
Before you go to somewhere else with it, what beast was that you squashed with him?
I mean, he had got kidnapped in Chicago. Niggas had snatched him up in a truck in a Chi. And
say word.
Yeah. So then, you know, Cam was in a situation in a rucker, you know, to where I had just left. You know what I'm saying? And they was trying to get out on Cam. So of course I'm forced to hit True Life. I'm like, True, get up to the rucker. You know what I'm saying? These niggas trying to kidnap Cam or whatever. So it always was shaky with True. Like, he looking at me like, cousin, you riding with these niggas too much. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just thinking, True, you know, he's hot head. You know, he just, if it ain't family, he ain't really rocking with it. You know, so he like, man, he want to be on this LA vibe, wearing Shirley Temple curls. I ain't vibe with this dude. And he told him, you know what I'm saying? He told him that. So, you know, but I was just like, you know, to each his own. But I didn't wish nothing bodily harm on Jim. I just, like I said, I wished he just would change his ways. So when it got to the point where he coming to clubs and they try to book him for a show in Chicago, I shut the whole club down. You know what I'm saying? The basketball player, good little brother to me, Bobby Simmons. It was his birthday party, but I was somewhere and I found out that they was trying to do like a secret party and bring him in. Wow. You know what I'm saying? At the time, Ballin had just started bubbling, so they gonna bring him in as a special guest. And I'm like, no, not on my watch. Dang. You know what I'm saying? So shut the whole party down. So, you know, it was calls, a lot of calls to immediate family, my uncles and close homies and whoever, you know, like him saying this ain't for us, you know, and it just was like, I just couldn't believe it. Like, I'm running around with the ratchets and getting into this and that, you know what I'm saying? And only for you to think you gonna play me like I'm some sucker, you know what I'm saying? Like when the money, now, it's basically was like when Koch probably was about to cut that check, I know that I gotta pay this dude, so let me distance myself. So and I peeped that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I guess it was just some stingy shit. I don't know what.
You know what's so crazy? Because I worked with him and I had a similar situation, nowhere near to that level. And I was like, pretty much like, yo, homie, like, what's up with the bread? And he didn't really want to deal with me, you know, face to face on it, and kind of like spun it to somebody else. Right. So I just like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna just step off and fall back. So I know what you're saying is true, because I was in a similar situation that could have got crazy.
Yeah.
And you know the ill shit about it all, because people be thinking that it's some personal shit with Jim. It ain't nothing personal, but when you hear everybody bringing up the same things,
Right.
you gotta know that it gotta be on his side of it. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Of things or whatever.
So wherever he learned that train of thought or business sense, you know, is a dangerous game to play. You know what I'm saying? Because people got the same time and energy in a day as you do. But when you incorporating that together, it's for the togetherness of what's gonna come from this situation.
Yes, sir.
And then when the money do come, like it's like struggle with me. And once we get on, we all gonna be good. And like for him, me, Joe, you and Snags, we about to get Ferraris and this and that. I'm like, all right, you know, Snags like, all right. You know what I'm saying?
So Snags been down with him.
Yeah,
Wow.
but yeah, Snags was running around. Snags really was running like more with Jewels though. And then for whatever happened within that, he wound up coming, you know, and running with us. Or when Jim was moving, you know, was living in Jersey. So it's kind of like who I'm gonna hang out with when I'm in Jersey. So
Got you.
Snags and Patterson, and it was
Got
a lot
you.
of stories
Got you.
going on. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Now, currently, what you think about the whole situation with the Trey Wade and the 6ix9ine shit and Jim getting caught up in the wiretaps and all that shit? Like, cause, you know, homies that I know, you know, from the streets that might have been on the wiretaps and not even giving it up crazy, but might have just been having a regular conversation, got jammed up, had to do time and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, that situation, like, it just show. I hope everybody learned from it. You know, they talking too much. Everybody on his phone. You know, it's like everybody got to doing it for the gram. You know, then you got to kind of look at dudes that willing to pay but don't put the work in themselves.
Facts.
You know, I don't look at it like, oh, because I'm a millionaire, why I'm gonna go pistol whoop a guy or pop this guy. But I was always taught to handle my business on my own. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell on myself. And once you start adding codes, then this is the outcome. You know what I'm saying? Because guys is like they whores for money, man. Anybody that got the bankroll, you see everybody try to gravitate to them instead of trying to get their own bankroll. You know, so it's like if this dude you working for is a cornball, you're gonna be caught up in a lot of corny shit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, an artist like 6ix9ine, you being from the street, but also a good businessman. I seen how you handle business. Now, how would you handle that situation, being that that kid was making hit records? Like, how would you like lead him and keep him out the streets, keep him in the studio? Would you keep him in the studio and totally away from the streets?
You saying once he come home?
No, just in general, just like before that situation even happened, like trying to avoid a situation like that. Of course, it happened already, but
Right.
if you come across an artist like a
of course,
6ix9ine,
it's like make the music, man. You know what I'm saying? But it was like he was making the music in a trolling process. Throughout his process, it was the trolling. You know what I'm saying? So you creating unwanted issues. See, it was cool when you doing it right here in Brooklyn. But what people got to understand is it's 49 more states. So if you trolling somebody from Jersey, you're going to have to get booked in Jersey. You're going to have to get booked in Chicago, Atlanta.
and he was playing around with dudes in Chicago
Right,
and all
you
that.
know what I'm saying? So that's why when he seen, okay, he come to Minnesota for Super Bowl, shots rang out. You see what I'm saying? He come to Chicago, pull that stunt, but that was a whole nother story because the mayor brother runs the Lollapalooza and all that. So that was a political situation where he had something to do with management. So of course he got police detail running around with him. And as you seen, the security wasn't even going for that play that he was trying to play. Like he came to Old Block, he's so gangster. Knock it off. He was over there at 5:30 in the morning, a.m. People still sleep. You see what I'm saying? Birds chirping. Where have you ever seen it dark and the birds chirping? That's the sunrise. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when they put the tape out from the community, it showed that he was there for 5 seconds, 10 seconds or whatever, and done all that and then walked.
The car was like maybe 10 feet away.
It was 15 police cars on it. He bet you he ain't flipped that camera. You see what I'm saying? Flip the camera, you'd have seen 8 trucks like the president was in them. You feel me? So, you know, it was like, that's crazy that the mayor's brother would even be intertwined with something like that, you know, to allow that to happen. But when he get money, so he don't care. He trolling too. You know, think about me. He got him signed as management. So if I want to make this big bad wolf really seem like he a wolf, I'm gonna give him the security he need. You know what I'm saying, from my brother the mayor. And I'm gonna let him make him feel like he untouchable. He can say whatever, do whatever. You know what I'm saying. So whereas that when it got real, you see what he did. He folded. You know, it ain't take a day. He folded. But was super gangster the few minutes.
Did it surprise you?
Not at all. Not at all. Come on, man. Not at all, man. You know.
So they should have saw it coming just like anybody else.
And people did. You know what I'm saying? But they get caught up. You got to keep in mind the pills come into play, the drinks coming into play.
M.Reck. Y'all wanna stunt and floss on Front Street? The Hawk will tear through your gut, spill out your lunch meat. You the main vic, they booking for drugs. Niggas starving out here, and you looking like grub. That new M.Reck Catch a Lick single, aka Money Dance, that's killing the airwaves on Shade 405 and many different other stations in Connecticut, Boston, so forth and so on. You can get it now. The links is in the video description. It's available on Google Play, Deezer, YouTube Music, Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, etc., etc. Go get that. One. Slug you, the streets don't love you. Not at all. By now, homie, you shoulda knew that. Ain't no Nino Browns in this town. You a new jack. Peace, world. To promote your music or promote your business by placing an ad on MRecktv, contact MRecktv promo, MRecktv promo @gmail.com. Peace. Oh yeah, subscribe to MRecktv, youtube.com/MRecktv. I'm gone. MRecktv. It's got a music.